Jean-Claude Juncker, the president of the European Commission, says he doesn't own a smartphone. It's only been 10 years since the first smartphone models were released, but they've changed everything, and these days most people seem to have one. They are useful. You can use them to send emails, take pictures, watch movies, use maps, catch up with friends, Snapchat, listen to the radio, text and so on. In fact, this morning we were looking at a function on a photo app where if you've taken a photo of somebody's face, you can actually manipulate it so they turn around in the photo. Of course, you can still make phone calls on them as well. And for many of us, they've become a vital part of our daily life. They are the newspapers. They are everything. It seems remarkable we could ever have lived without them. But there are some holdouts. There are some smartphone refuseniks. There are people who say, why do I want a screen in my pocket? People can text me if they need me. They can call me. They have an old-style mobile. They're not getting one. Now, maybe you're fed up with that person in your life, the friend, the family member who doesn't have a smartphone, so you can't send them proper things. You can only send them a text. Do call 08000 288 291. Email vine@bbc.co.uk. We have with us Rachel Hathaway, who is young and doesn't have a smartphone. Is that right?
Yes, that's absolutely correct.
Okay. And thank you so much for coming in.
It's okay.
I feel bad now because I read out that whole diatribe against people without, when I looked up and you were looking at it. I'm not suggesting it's a bad thing. Peter Hitchens, columnist for the Mail on Sunday.
Who's not young
and recently surrendered to a smartphone.
Sort of, yes.
Well, okay. Well, let's come to that in a second. Rachel, first of all, do you have a device?
I do have a phone.
Yes.
And it's very useful.
Have you got it with you?
Yes. I'd be delighted to show you.
Okay. That's a Nokia...
It's a Nokia. I'm not even
something.
sure of the model, to be honest.
I don't know, but it's the one that they had a little while ago, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty old, but I actually think it's a fabulous piece of equipment, Jeremy.
It's probably light, is it? Can I touch it?
It is fairly light.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That's very light.
It's virtually indestructible.
I'm sure it is. You've dropped it. It's not broken.
Absolutely. It's been through the wars, and the battery lasts for a good week.
You're joking. One charge a week?
Yes.
Okay, now I've been given another... Let me just... There it is. This is a mobile just like yours. Mm-hmm. It's called Alcatel. I don't even know if they make them anymore. I'm not sure. I might try and send you a text, but I don't want to it's going to be difficult. Could you send me a text?
Absolutely.
Oh, hang on. I can't give my number out, can I?
It's going to be a bit silent on the radio, isn't it?
It's not going to work, this. If I say the number of this phone, then it won't really work. Peter, tell us why you got a smartphone.
Because I was forced into it. I discovered that people now believe that everyone has email all the time. I thought of email as being like letters, things that people sent to you when they wanted to communicate with you, but not when they wanted to get in touch with you urgently. And a program on another BBC station contacted me by email asking me to go on a program. I opened the email after the program had finished, and I thought, apart from cursing them very, very severely, I thought, I can't go on like this. If people are going to assume that that I have instant access to email, then that's what I have to have.
But this was
I give in to technology when I have to.
It was a Radio 4 program, was it?
I'm naming no names.
But I mean, the chances are that they're stuck in sort of technology from 15 years ago anyway. So.
That's just maybe, but so am I. So perhaps I was 16 years behind. But actually, I'm not.
Oh, hang on. My phone. I don't know what's happening.
Fantastic noise.
No, hang on. It says here, I'm trying to access a text here. Let's just have a look. Sorry, this is an old style phone, and here we are, inbox. I've clicked a bit. There's somebody have you just texted me?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. You said hello.
Yes.
Somebody handed you my number.
Yes.
Well, that's brilliant. Well, it's working.
Oh, yeah.
Of course they work, yes. They're very simple and straightforward. Mine was troubled by the fact that the North Korean government had possession of it for 3 days, and they did things to it which it has never recovered from, which even my new smartphone is still...
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It took 20... When I switched it on again, when I got out of North Korea, it took 24 hours to come back on. Whatever it was they did to it. I've had people look at it, all kinds of experts, and they say, you'll never get rid of whatever they did unless you get a new number. So
my goodness.
all kinds of bizarre things happen.
But that's an argument against having a smartphone.
It's actually an argument against going to North Korea.
Yes, it is. You're right.
Or taking your phone there, which I wouldn't advise you to do.
This phone I've got in my hand, which I keep, which actually, listen. It makes a beautiful kind of beeping sound if it's your phone, if it's somebody else's phone.
The new phones are not that terrific. I was
just going to say, I'm just going to give out my number, Peter. So 07767 340 694. If you're listening, just text, whose phone is this? Because that's going to be...
It's Kim Jong-un's, probably.
Oh, okay. They bought a £5 SIM, they said. So 07767 340 694. Text me on this. How about that?
Is this one of those burner phones they're always using in line of
This is straight. Oh, here we are. Somebody's calling. Wait, no, that's. Hang on. Hello. Oh, I put it into my ear.
But this is
rang even.
Jeremy, this isn't really the point, is it?
I don't know. It's making it. I can't turn it off.
I mean, isn't the point that that smartphones just give you access to a huge universe of junk, most of which no sensible person would want, and reduce you to a zombie?
Sorry.
And
this is the annoying thing. Phones ring. Rachel, you tell us about why your phone is less annoying than this one.
Well, I mean, as I say, I think it's a really great phone.
Stop calling me. Everyone's now. You're supposed to text me. Everyone's calling me.
Take the battery
Hang on.
out.
Let me answer it. I don't even know how to answer it. Okay, hang on. Hello. Hello. Don't just say yeah. You heard the radio, so you rang. I've got to go. I'm on the air. I've got to go, mate. Sorry. I don't know what this item is. Oh, I think this phone won't stop.
Shall I put it in a bucket of water for you?
I've got to mute it. I've muted it. Right. Sorry, Rachel. Why not get a smartphone?
Why not get a smartphone? Well, I choose to have the phone that I do.
Yeah.
It does everything I need.
Sorry, hang on. Sorry. Just a second. Let me just sort this out. Can you just tell them we're busy?
We're busy.
Go on, Peter. No, not you. Sorry, Peter, you can speak. Where are you going? Okay, he's gone.
It's gone. That didn't last long.
No, giving out my phone number on the air was not a good idea. Can we just make a note of that for
It's gone now. I've put it in a bucket of water. It won't be troubling you again.
Rachel, if you're on a train, let's say, would you not want to look at your phone and read the newspapers, read one of Peter Hitchens' columns, for example? Because you could do that on a smartphone.
I could.
Yeah.
I was on a train earlier this morning, actually, and I think I was possibly the only person that wasn't attached to their smartphone. And I must say I was enjoying my journey already. I was having a lovely time. The sun is out. I was watching the scenery go past.
Yeah.
I have an excellent book in my bag, and I felt absolutely no need to be plugged in to a smartphone.
And they are saying, Peter, that a lot of people, distress, mental health, etc., and the stress of modern life is caused by that device, that it just doesn't leave you alone ever.
Well, maybe so. I would have thought that might be putting it a bit strong. I just think it's an imagination substitute for people who've been brought up, alas, in the era of colour television and constant assaults on their senses, which have never given the chance to develop their own inner resources. And so they become completely dependent on external stimuli. And this is the ideal external stimulus. You just switch it on, and as long as the battery lasts, and the battery on mine drains faster than the gambler's bank account.
Well, yeah.
And as long as the battery lasts, you can connect yourself with all the garbage in the world, and it completely without any form of discrimination. And there it is. It is an immediate access to garbage from all over the world.
You sound like
and
you've got
why
one,
would you want? I've got to have this thing for basically for professional reasons, but I have no intention of switching on most of its applications because I don't want them. It's not what I want out of a telephone.
Rachel, do you have friends who say, "Look, I wanted to send you a photo and I couldn't"?
Yes, absolutely. I have friends that say that. I have a husband that says that. But if they want to send me a picture, I mean, I'm not altogether anti-technology, not at all. They can email me that picture.
Yeah. But what if you're on holiday, say, and you're on a mountain, you want to say, I'm at the top of a mountain. You take a picture and you send it to all your friends.
That doesn't particularly interest me. I must say, if I'm at the top of a mountain, I want to be enjoying being at the top of that mountain in the moment. I want to be experiencing that for real. I don't want to be seeing the mountain or the view through a small screen of a smartphone.
What about the app that I discovered this morning, and you might be interested in this, Peter, which enables me to take a photo of someone. I can take a photo of you, and then if your head's at the wrong angle, I can move my finger across the screen. It will turn your head in the photo.
Well, that's very kind of you. My head's probably always at the wrong angle, but it really isn't a particularly big deal, is it? I mean, how does this advance human civilization?
No,
fiddle about with my head on your phone.
No. or then there's the, I don't know what you do for a living, Rachel, but let's say you're a writer, right? Or you want to write letters. Mm-hmm. And you can do that on your smartphone. You don't need a laptop.
No, I could also write, with a pen and paper.
That's pretty radical.
All right, listen, thank you both
It'll
so
be a
much.
fountain pen
I'm
next.
sorry, the thing about we've got a phone and I'm going to give out the
Describing on
number.
vellum.
I'm not going to do that again.
No.
Rachel Hathaway, who doesn't have a smartphone, and I don't think has been convinced by this conversation to have one either. And Peter Hitchens, columnist for the Mail on Sunday, who's got a smartphone, so Radio 4 could get in touch with him. That's the funniest thing.
And have they tried to get in touch with me
No,
since?
of course not.
Not once.
Yeah, well, they're
Where are
probably
you,
on-
Radio 4?
You've got to get on WhatsApp. That's the thing.
Oh, that's the next thing.
Yeah, that's the next thing. Sorry. All right.